Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app and you can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. The revision related content is uploaded on this channel. Now, we have started a new channel on YouTube. It is Civils Academy. So you can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Let's start. Raja Krishnamurthy, who has been re-elected to the legislature of which country for the third time? So he is related to USA, as he has been re-elected to the US Congress, and he is of Indian origin and he is associated to Democrats. In India, he is associated to Tamil Nadu. Now recently USA was in news because of 2+2 dialogue. India-USA decided to sign BECA. USA was also in news as it decided to sell MQ-9 Reaper drones to Taiwan for an amount of $600 million to strengthen its defense system. Now Taiwan is ROC, that is Republic of China, while there is one more China, it is PRC, that is People's Republic of China. Now as per PRC, there is only one China, so it follows one China policy. As per that policy, there is only one China. However, Taiwan claimed that it is not a part of this China, or to say mainland China. Recently, China was also in news as it temporarily suspended all the flights from India in the context of COVID-19. In which city the Tourist Facilitation Center has been inaugurated under Prasad scheme. So it has been inaugurated virtually in Guruvayur in Kerala. This has been done under Prasad scheme. Now what is this Prasad scheme? It is Pilgrimage Rejuvenation and Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive. That means under the scheme, pilgrimage sites will be rejuvenated to promote tourism. So it is a scheme by Tourism Ministry, that is Ministry of Tourism. And this Tourist Facilitation Center has been inaugurated by Tourism Minister Prahlad Singh Patel. Now recently this Ministry of Tourism was also in news because it released Indian tourist statistics. And as per that statistics report, Uttar Pradesh is on top position in terms of domestic tourists. That means Uttar Pradesh attracted most number of domestic tourists. On the other hand, Tamil Nadu was on top position in terms of foreign tourists. That means it attracted most number of foreign tourists. This Ministry of Tourism was also in news because of Sathi application. So this application has been launched by Ministry of Tourism in association with QCI, that is Quality Council of India. Prasar Bharati has signed MOU with which Union Ministry to launch over 50 education channels. So for this purpose, Prasar Bharati has signed agreement with MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. To be specific, Prasar Bharati signed MOU with Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics, and this institute is under MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So as per this agreement, direct to home education TV channels will be launched. Recently this Prasar Bharati was also in news in the context of TRP, that is Television Rating Point. So recently Ministry of Information and Broadcasting constituted a committee to assess the existing TRP of TV channels, and this committee will be headed by Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi S. Vempati. Now it is important to note that in India, BARC calculate the TRP. What is BARC? It is Broadcast Audience Research Council, and recently it suspended TRP for new channels for 3 months. Recently MEIT was also in news because of RAISE Summit. So RAISE stands for Responsible Artificial Intelligence for Social Empowerment, and this summit was organized by MEITY in association with Niti Aayog. COVID-19 Shri Shakti Challenge, which was seen in news recently, is organized by MyGov in collaboration with which organization? So this is UN Women. What was the intention behind this collaboration? Intention was to promote or to encourage the women-led startups so that they can find innovative solutions to tackle COVID-19. So idea was to promote women-headed startups, and for this purpose MyGov collaborated with UN Women. Now apart from that, the idea was to promote those startups which are going to solve problems faced by the women community. Now, what is UN Women? It is United Nations entity for gender equality and the empowerment of women. It is also known as UN Women, and it is entity of United Nations which became operational from 2011. The headquarters is in New York. Now, in the context of women empowerment, recently a term was in news. It is Beijing Plus 25. So, in 1995, the 4th World Conference on Women was organized, and this conference was in Beijing in China. So, this was related to women empowerment. Recently, it completed 25 years. That is from 1995 to 2020. It completed 25 years, and that is why this term Beijing 25 was in news. The Union Cabinet has given its approval for signing a memorandum of understanding with which country in the field of medical product regulation as well as in the field of ICT. So this country is UK, that is United Kingdom. And for this purpose, from Indian side, CDSCO is going to collaborate. What is CDSCO? It is Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. So it is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Now recently, UK was also in news because of its campaign, and it is related to end-to-end encryption. So social media companies use end-to-end encryption, and that is why the governments cannot read the information in case of terrorism activities. So it is a UK-led campaign, and India is a party of this campaign. Total 7 countries have joined this campaign. These are UK, India, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. Now, out of these 7, US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, these 5 nations are part of Five Eyes Alliance. Answer in comment box, what is the objective of this Five Eyes grouping? What is the theme of 13th Urban Mobility India Conference, which was to be organized by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? So the theme was Emerging Trends in Urban Mobility. So this was 13th Urban Mobility India Conference organized by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Present Minister is Hardeep Singh Puri. Now recently, this Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs was also in news because of eDharti Geo Portal. It was also in news because of Tulip Initiative, and it was also in news because of PM Swanidhi scheme. And this PM Swanidhi scheme will be implemented by SIDBI. This Tulip scheme is the Urban Learning Internship Program. So, for this purpose, MOHUA and Ministry of Human Resource Development decided to collaborate. Now, this MHRD has been renamed as MOE, that is Ministry of Education. Present Minister is Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. As per a study by the researchers of Washington University School of Medicine, which part of human body is resistant to SARS-CoV-2 infection? So, it is cornea. So, cornea of human eye is resistant to this virus infection as per the researchers of Washington University School of Medicine. It is important to note that so far it is not clearly known why it is so. In which body was the resolution of Convention on the Prohibition of Use of Nuclear Weapons adopted recently? So recently UNGA, that is United Nations General Assembly, adopted 2 resolutions sponsored by India, and these 2 resolutions are Convention on Prohibition of Use of Nuclear Weapons and Reducing Nuclear Danger. So these resolutions were drafted by India, and recently these were adopted. It is important to note that as of now, India is member of UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council. Total 5 plus 10 members, that is 15 members are there in United Nations Security Council. Now, in the context of nuclear weapons, the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons will be effective from 22nd of January in 2021. As recently, Honduras became the 50th member state to ratify it. Answer in comment box whether India has ratified this Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons or not. Which country has recently commenced operations of its first nuclear power plant? So this country is Belarus. It is a landlocked country in Europe, and recently it has commenced operations of its first nuclear power plant. It is Ostrovets plant. Now recently Belarus was also in news because people are protesting against the president of Belarus, and he is accused of rigging the elections. and that is why there are widespread protests. And recently, European Parliament awarded Sakharov Prize. It is a human rights prize and it was given to the opposition in Belarus. The president of Belarus is Alexander Lukashenko. Recently, European Union was also in news as it decided that it will be net zero carbon emitter by 2050. What is the name of new indigenously built ship commissioned in the Indian Coast Guard? So it is ICG C452. What is Indian Coast Guard? It is for our coastal security. It is under MOD, that is Ministry of Defense. Now coming back to the ship, so it was designed and built by Larsen & Toubro in Surat. Surat is in Gujarat. Recently, Gujarat was the first state to start seaplane services. Gujarat was also in news as recently Gujarat High Court became the first High Court to broadcast the live stream of High Court proceedings on YouTube. Which insurance company has launched the artificial intelligence based tool Ideas? So it has been launched by SDFC Ergo General Insurance. So what is the full form of this Ideas? It stands for Intelligent Damage Detection, Estimation and Assessment Solution. So as the name suggests, it is related to motor insurance claim. So with the help of this artificial intelligence tool, the estimation of damage will be done. India has approved a MOU with which country in the field of astrophysics? So it is Spain, and recently MOU was approved between IIA, that is Indian Institute of Astrophysics in Bengaluru, and its counterpart in Spain. Recently, Spain was in news because of COP25, that is Conference of Parties number 25. It is related to UNFCCC, that is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So this COP25 held in Madrid in Spain, and this was organized under the presidency of Chile government. Now recently, Chile government was also in news because of a referendum, and in that referendum people voted in the favor of rewriting the constitution of country. So COP25 was in Spain. COP26 is going to be in Glasgow in UK. Apart from that, one more conference of parties was in news, and it was COP21. It is special because during this event the Paris Climate Deal was signed, and it was signed in 2015, and recently it was in news because USA officially left this Paris Climate Deal. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news. So first is Plastic Lao Mask Le Jao. So this is an initiative started by Uttarakhand, and to be specific, it has been started by DMC, that is Dehradun Municipal Corporation. So idea is that people can bring plastic, that means plastic waste, and they can get mask in return. So this will provide two solutions. First, it will promote the use of mask. Second, it will help in the collection of plastic garbage. So this is an initiative started by Dehradun Municipal Corporation in Uttarakhand. Next is 3 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses. So recently India and Bangladesh signed agreement for 3 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses, and for that purpose the agreement has been signed with SII, that is Serum Institute of India. It is in Pune. Next is Dalip Rath. So the chairperson of National Dairy Development Board was in news because he has been elected to the IDF. What is IDF? It is related to dairy, and IDF stands for International Dairy Federation. Next is Chacha Chaudhary. So iconic Indian superhero was in news as it has collaborated with Namami Gange initiative. So now both will spread awareness about the importance of River Ganga and how to keep it clean. Next is WhatsApp Pay. So recently WhatsApp Pay got approval from NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India. So now it is functional in our country. That means WhatsApp Pay is now functional in our country. But there is new limit, and as per this new limit imposed by NPCI, it has mentioned that no third party will be allowed to more than 30% of the all UPI transactions. It is important to note that WhatsApp Pay, Phone Pay or Google Pay, all these are examples of third party payment systems. Next is International Shooting Sport Federation. Why it was in news? Because recently Facebook deleted its official page, and that is why it was in news. Next is JC Daniel Award. So recently this award was given to filmmaker Hari Haran, and he was given this award for his contribution to the Malayalam cinema. Malayalam is the official language of Kerala. Recently, Kerala was also in news in the context of CBI. We are going to cover that in a while. Next is Virtual Global Investor Roundtable. So, Prime Minister chaired this roundtable conference. Why it was organized? It was organized for more investment in our country. And who organized it? It was organized by Ministry of Finance in collaboration with NIIF, that is National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. Next is Project Lion. So, recently Wildlife Institute of India, that is WII, along with Forest Department of Gujarat, identified 6 new relocation sites for the relocation of lions. So, this Project Lion is related to the conservation of lion. Now, your homework is to read about these 6 new sites and their respective states. Next is 75% reservation to the local. So recently Haryana government passed a bill to provide 75% reservation to the local candidates who are applying for the private sector jobs where the salary is less than 50,000 per month. That means in those jobs where salary is less than 50,000 per month, 75% reservation will be provided to the local candidates. That means candidates from Haryana. Next is Mine. So, recently ICICI Bank launched this comprehensive banking program and it is Mine. So, this has been launched for the millennial customers, that is customers of age between 18 to 35. Next is DPSC Act, that is Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. So, this act is the basis of CBI, that is Central Bureau of Investigation. And recently Kerala withdrawn the general consent given to CBI to probe the cases under Section 6 of DPSC Act. Now, Kerala has withdrawn general consent. It is important to note that few days ago, Chhattisgarh also withdrawn the general consent for CBI investigations. What does that mean? It means CBI can still investigate cases in these states, but CBI cannot register these cases in the state itself. Next is Public Investment Fund. So, it is a sovereign wealth fund of Saudi Arab. Recently, it was in news because it has decided to invest 9,555 crore rupees in RRVL. What is RRVL? It is Reliance Retail Venture Limited for 2.04% equity. And last news is related to SARC, that is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. The members are MBBS, Payne. So recently, the 14th meeting of SARC Central Bank Governors was organized and it was chaired by RBI Governor Shaktikant Das. And Mr. Das also inaugurated SARC Finance Sync. Now, what is the SARC Finance? It is a network of central bank of SARC countries. That means with the help of this network, SARC countries' central bank communicate with each other. So, these were the most important events. Thank you, and that's all for the day.